Hello everyone, today is October 24th, it is a Tuesday, 2:55 p.m. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Wars. As a disclaimer, I do not give any financial advice. Nothing you hear on the show is financial advice. Please subscribe, upvote, and also follow me on Steemit. If you're on Steemit, or if you're not, create an account, follow me. Also, check out my website, crypticedu.com, where you can find my email so that you can get a hold of me if you want to schedule a Skype session and get a crypto consultation. I literally, online rates, I don't really charge anything. I'll throw anything you can give me and I'll schedule it and we can talk. But you'll hear a lot of information on this show anyways. I don't really do this for business. I do this to educate and because I enjoy it and I'm a bored dude. So anyways, moving on. All the alts are going up today, which is not surprising after seeing such a large pullback. They're kind of returning to their medians. You have some excelling over others. Most of them are scams anyways, just so you know. And yeah, so when I want to talk about the bandwagon effect of the crypto space kind of thing. You have a lot of new coins that came out, and they're still coming out. Look there's tons of new ones. I've never seen half of these, and I've been involved for like 2 years, and there's so many new ones, And one thing to consider is, the problem is that people don't understand is, when people just create these coins, they create these items, and then they sell them for the price they do, it's because they value it at that. So what I'm saying is if I own, say there's 100 tokens, right, of Jacob coin, whatever, and I value each one at 100 G's, then I have a market cap of 10 million. Why? Because I value it at that, but I own them all, so it doesn't matter, right? So when you look at like coin market cap and you're like, oh, it's got a high market cap, it's a pretty big project, this and that. It's like, no, it's just people issuing currency and just fucking you. So that's what's happening there. If you have a real project and it actually contributes to society in some sort of way and the community is strong, then you'll probably do well with it. And that's the fact. And it doesn't take, you don't have to dive too deep in order to know that. You just can't, you can't get distracted once you make a decision. If you understand something's a big idea, it's got a lot of momentum behind it, it's got a lot of work behind it, then yeah, go for it, But just know that the altcoin space is more of a casino than it is anything else, I'd say. So you have to be smart, Don't be a noob, okay? Don't be a noob. Anyways, I was going to talk about, oh, yes, that's right. Okay, Bitcoin Gold and how it's a freaking scam and a half. So Bitcoin Gold is bullshit, all right? All these other forks besides Bitcoin Cash are bullshit. And the core devs of Bitcoin I don't like it. It's got a stank around it, man. It's just like, I understand that the price is shooting up, yeah, because we're in like crypto mania right now, and you hear everyone buying Bitcoin. Like, that's what people are getting into. I came across a kid whose brother was into cloud mining, and he doesn't even own any, or he doesn't even know anything about it. He's just already getting into cloud mining. Like, they're hearing about this cloud mining thing. The kid doesn't even own Bitcoin. He cloud mines before he even owns Bitcoin. It's like, what the fuck, man? What are you stupid? Cloud mining, another scam. Like, BitConnect, another scam. It's like, but it'll take time for these scams to actually show their true colors, okay? Because that's what scams do. Usually you do it's a pyramid scheme, right? When these things come out, that's all. And with the whole Bitcoin Gold, it's a great way to get people to just hold, force them to hold, When it comes to share drops and anything like that, I notice that you see a price pump because people are accumulating it for the share drop, whatever. And then people that knew about the share drop before, they'll dump it before the share drop. They don't give a shit about the share drop. They'd rather take the high price, right? I'd rather sell on the high, not get the share drop, and make it that way than bank on the share drop, okay? Because that's how they suck people in, is through the share drop, Okay, I know for a fact that Bitcoin Gold is bullshit because Bitcoin Cash is basically the solution. The first fork was the solution. Okay, the second and third fork are just ways to just get people to hold on, not sell, get people to speculate too, right? It's a way to issue out a dividend, maybe accumulate more of the altcoin space. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin isn't even the real Bitcoin anymore. Like, it's fucking crazy the way this is all working out and the way it's spinning and the way that bad actors are becoming so greedy. If you look at the original white paper of Satoshi or whatever, like Bitcoin Cash, right, lines up more than the current Bitcoin, which is weird to think about. The creator of Bitcoin's vision is not the current Bitcoin. Like, that's crazy. That's weird to think about, right? Because it's not lined up with the current vision. And so also what you're getting is a lot of outside noobs that just want to jump on the BTC bandwagon. They don't even know anything about the whole ecosystem and how things work. Because usually what's happening right now is all the money's getting sucked out of the alts and it's going into BTC. Then new money on top of it's coming in, which is like the average citizen and outside speculator that's reading up on the news and they want to get involved. So they got some fear of missing out type stuff. And so you add all these things together and it's just driving the price up and up and up and up. And what will happen eventually is that the whales will move out of BTC and into more speculative things like the altcoins, and then that price will get pushed back down. And you know, this is nothing new, okay? We push and pull between BTC and the alts. Like, that's been going on since the beginning of time, as long as I can remember, as long as I've been in the space. So yeah, and you know, when you're looking at the individual alts, I think that there's not going to be one that just trumps all. You know, the reason that BTC and Ether are even the top two big dogs is because they're gateway tokens, and I talked about that before too. You know, you need Ether to get to the smart contract ICOs. You need BTC to trade with the other coins, so they're gateway tokens. So that gives them a lot of value, and that's why I like where Steam, the position Steam's in now, because it's becoming a gateway token. So it very well is a possibility if the SMT thing actually gets a lot of traction and a lot of them start to come out and a lot of people start to speculate on. There's a lot of things that need to go right for that to happen. But if it does, then, you know, the idea of a gateway is what pushes things through the, like, astronomically through the roof. I mean, I don't know what else to say besides what I said. I hate Bitcoin Gold. I hate it. I hate it so much with a fucking passion. I hate Bitcoin Gold, and I hate SegWit2x. I don't even like the current BTC. And it's funny because I'm trying to consult for like the average citizen, you know, and I'm going to these things, and I'm talking about crypto and Bitcoin, right? And I had that sitting in the back of my mind, like, God, I hate the current developers of Bitcoin. But like, you can't, you know, if you're just trying to explain to people what the space is and just getting them involved, I'm not going to scare them away with all this like shit that doesn't even make sense to me, you know. So it just makes sense to present them with the big dog, which is Bitcoin, you know. And it's not that Bitcoin's a bad thing. It's great technology, don't get me wrong, but I can see what's going on. You know, we all can see that there's a lot of, this is a very powerful technology, and so you're getting a lot of power hungry and greedy people that want to control it. Like, that's the reality of the situation. All right, it doesn't matter, and you know, people will say, well, how can it be controlled if it's completely decentralized? And it's not completely decentralized. Like, it is much more decentralized than anything else we've ever seen, and it comes besides gold and silver, but that's like God's money, you know. That's like ultimate decentralization. But even that's not decentralized anymore because of derivative markets and computer software that just screws up everything. You know, no, it's so funny when people look at when they talk about the price of gold and silver, and they actually say, well, I think the demand's going to go up because the price will go up because people will demand it. It's like, dude, no. That's not what happens, okay? Someone clicks a button on a computer and it sends the price up. That's what really happens. And what's scary about that is because like you actually get people to actually think like, oh, look how much, like if you were to look at the price of gold and its daily fluctuations and you were to like calculate how much gold would have to trade hands, you know, in order for that to move, it's a joke. Like you would get people moving tons and tons of it like daily. Like that's not possible, right? So clearly it's skewed by derivatives market and computers, you know? Like it's so, but the thing is sometimes when it comes to that, when there's that much manipulation, if you're on the other side of it, it's actually a good thing, right? So if they wanted to shoot it up to 5,000 tomorrow, they could with a click of a button. If you're on the other side of that, that's a great thing, right? So, I mean, it's give and take. But I'm definitely a little frustrated, though, as you can tell, because it's not, sometimes, too, this is a lot of fear tactics to get people out of BTC. Like, no doubt, like, it could keep going up over the years, like it probably will, right? Short term, it's hard to tell because there's so much speculation, so much news and drama all the time. You know, even with what we saw in 2013, that's something that no one would ever have expected. So expect the unexpected. And what am I getting at with here? Basically the news I have is that the forks are bullshit. Okay, or Bitcoin Gold is going to be a shit coin. Like, what is this? Like, you know, Bitcoin Cash made sense because that was the original debate that people have been having for the last 2 years, okay? That settled that debate. That was the debate, the block size, all right? So we got an alternate coin if people want to play around with the bigger block sizes. Bitcoin Gold, I don't even know what it does. It's just taking cash and replacing it with gold, you know? Like, you know what, they use Bitcoin Cash, we're going to be Bitcoin Gold. What's next? Right? It's just a way to make money. There's a lot of greed involved. The space isn't all roses and kittens. It's a lot of greed, okay, and a lot of selfishness. And you got to see past that. So that's my opinion, at least. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I could be completely wrong. And you know what, too, though? I could be right and still be. The market doesn't mean it reflects that. You know, at the end of the day, look at Ripple, right? Ripple is a complete bankster coin, okay? It's completely controlled by someone that's trying to work with the central banks, which, you know, we all hate as crypto heads or whatever, but the market doesn't reflect that, right? Because it's skyrocketed because why? But now banks value it, so it's going to skyrocket, you know? So it's not something, it doesn't matter if you believe in it or don't. The market doesn't reflect your beliefs, okay? Your belief system, your moral code. And it doesn't always reflect your speculations either. But I just think it's all something to keep in mind as far as the long term goes. You know, maybe the short term, it's never correct, but the long term vision of what you have, it makes sense, okay? So that's all I got to say today, I guess. I don't know. I made a video and I deleted it because I was like, I gotta do this again. I'm just ranting. Still just ranting. All right, peace.